Today we'll be talking about introduction to business processes. We would be learning about business processes. There's a famous quote from the chairman and CEO of Ford Motor Company. The power is apparent. It is through challenging our current processes that we find the approaches to achieve our objectives. This is a subject I feel very strongly about. If we continue to use the same old processes, we'll get the same results. I will undertake to champion for us this continued development of ways to do process improvement. I'll give myself that assignment. In a nutshell, what this senior person from Ford Motor Company is trying to tell us is that if we continue to do what we are doing, we'll get the same results. So there has always caused to be process improvement happening. So what is a process? A process is defined as a set of linked or related activities that take inputs and transform them into outputs with the purpose of producing a product, information, or service for external or internal customers. So basically a process transforms inputs and gives you an output, and the output could be a product or a service, and it could be for an internal customer or an external customer. Let's get to the definition of what is a process. The process is defined as a repetitive and systematic series of steps or activities where inputs are modified to achieve value-added output. So you basically have steps or activities which take the inputs and give you value-added output. Remember the word value-added output. So a process provides you an output which is obtained by adding value to the inputs. Now the next question could be, why do we have a process focus? We should have a process focus so we can understand how and why the work gets done, to characterize customer and supplier relationships, to manage for customer satisfaction, in fact maximum customer satisfaction while utilizing minimum resources, to see the process from start to finish as it is currently being performed, and lastly, blame the process, not the people. So Edward Deming says, if you can't describe what you're doing as a process, you don't know what you're doing. There are lots of examples of process. For example, training is a process, preparing this presentation is a process, recruiting is a process, software development is a process. In fact, everything is a process. Changing a tire, preparing tea, preparing food. And now you can also think of examples and think of what could be an example of a process. So we'll pause for a while and ask everyone as to what are the process. You can think of what process example of a process and write it down. This slide shows you the schematic representation of a process. So basically, a process has inputs, outputs, and it's a set of interrelated activities which